We produce high quality, ready to use pastry dough for consumers at home and for restaurant chefs as well. So we produce 4 products. We have a beautiful all butter puff pastry, sour cream pastry, a vanilla bean sweet pastry and a dark chocolate pastry. Oh, it was really William, my partner, his motivation to provide chefs with high quality, ready to use pastry dough. Through the years working in the restaurant industry as a chef himself, he realised that a lot of chefs were buying pastry in, and it was of a fairly low quality. So he wanted to offer chefs a chef-made quality pastry. Well, being a small business, we didn't have huge funds available to us to do any intensive market research, but what we did do is we obviously looked at competitors in the marketplace. We looked at the products that they supplied. We looked at the customers that would be buying our products. So in the food service industry, we spoke to a lot of chefs. We also looked overseas to see if anyone else was doing a comparable product to the one that we wanted to do. So we managed to gather a lot of anecdotal evidence that really did help us in those early days of planning. Lots of things. I would have liked to have had a better understanding of financial management. I'd say that would be the most critical thing. And negotiation. I would have liked to have had a good understanding of negotiation, because there's a lot of aspects of running a business on a day-to-day basis where you are negotiating with people. But there's always things come up every day in small business where, you're learning something new all the time. I'd say probably the most critical one would have been the price of butter. Because we make a very high quality pastry dough, our fat of choice is butter in that pastry, and that's our biggest cost in making our product. And we were quite naive about the fact that butter pricing can fluctuate. And we did have an incident early on when we started Carême where demand for butter worldwide increased substantially. There was a shortage of supply, and it pushed butter prices up very, very high, and that was a big shock to us, and we realised that we had to have much better planning in our pricing structure going forward and locking in pricing for butter going forward as well. I think it was very important. If we didn't have a business plan, we would be lacking in guidance in many areas in the business, be it marketing, be it how we were going to finance the business, how we were going to structure the business. So, a business plan was pretty critical in laying out a map for, how you were going to get the business established and running. Well, we didn't have a huge budget to spend on mass advertising campaigns or anything like that, so we looked at public relations. We set up an effective website whereby we offered a newsletter subscription. We go to consumer shows such as Good Food and Wine Show. We offer cooking classes. So all of these activities are really about getting to know our consumer and answering their questions about the product. Keeping your debtors under control. That's my critical one. I find people very easily lapse into going out of terms with you, and that can be, sometimes up to 30 days out of terms, and that can have a huge impact on cash flow. So keeping cash flow under control means staying on top of those debtors, and if they are one day late, we are on the phone and we will discontinue supply if they don't pay and settle their account. We put a lot of energy into our website and our online communications. So we have a subscription-based newsletter that you can subscribe to, obviously, through our website. We have a Facebook page, which we're very active on. So online for us means we can communicate with our customers about how to use our product. We can hopefully inspire them on what to do with it. So it's very critical. Yeah, that's a good question, because I think it's really easy for small business owners to get stuck in the day-to-day running of their business and not step back and have a look at the business and where it's going and what they could be doing. We try to force ourselves to do that, and it might be as simple as let's go for a walk and have a chat and get out of the office, get out of the kitchen. It might be let's go for lunch somewhere and have a think about it, but sometimes you just need to clear your head in order to see the wood for the trees.